this problem, we want to derive the quadratic formula using the completing the square approach. Recall the general form of the quadratic equation, which is ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. We can write this equation as ax squared plus bx equals to negative c. Dividing through by the coefficient of x squared, which is over a, and over a. So this equation can be written as x squared plus b over a x equals to negative c over a. Now, the rule of completing the square says that add half coefficient of x to both sides, and the coefficient of x is b over a. So the half of it is going to be 1 over 2 times b over a. This is what we're going to add to both sides, and we're going to square it. So here I will be having x squared plus b over ax plus half of the coefficient, which is half, times the coefficient, which is b over a, and this is going to be squared, equals to half times b over a squared minus c over a. Now, looking at the left-hand side, the left-hand side can be written as s squared plus b over a x plus b over 2a squared equals to b over 2a squared minus c over a. Now, simplifying this left-hand side, this can be written as x plus b over 2a all squared. If you try to expand this parenthesis, you are going to have what we have at the top here. So the left-hand side is going to be equals to, and the right-hand side, I'm going to have the right-hand side as b squared over 4a squared minus c over a. Now, simplifying the left-hand side further, you can find the LCM. The LCM is going to be 4a squared. And here, we have this to be b squared minus 4ac. So this is what we have. On the left-hand side, we still have x plus b over 2a squared equals to the right-hand side. So what's next? The next thing is to square root both sides. Let me write the given equation. Here we have x plus b over 2a all squared equal to b squared minus 4ac over 4a squared. So the next thing to do is to square root both sides so that we can get rid of the square on the left-hand side. If you square root both sides, on the left-hand side, I'm going to have x plus b over 2a. And on the right-hand side, I'm going to have, at the top, I'm still going to have b squared minus 4ac. And under, the square root of 4a squared is going to be 2a, because if you square 2a, you have 4a squared, which is inside the square root. Now, the next thing to do is to move b over 2a to the side. So here, I will be having x equals to b squared minus 4ac over 2a minus b over 2a. Here we are having the same denominator, so we can add up the numerator. Look at this. If you have a over b plus c over b, this is the same thing as saying a plus c over b. So the numerators can be added together. So here I have x to be equals to minus b. To get rid of the square roots, here, for getting 2a is the same thing as saying plus or minus the square root of, here we're going to have the square root of b squared minus 4ac, everything over 2a. Okay, now how do we have this? From the basic, if you have the square root of 4, you agreed that the square root of 4 can be plus or minus 2. How? If you have plus 2 squared, which is still going to be what? 4. If you have minus 2 squared, here you're still going to have what? 4. So the square root of 4 can be plus or minus 2, except stated otherwise that we have positive roots. But in this case, we can have this plus or minus in this case. So we have 2 over 2a. This is the general form of a quadratic formula. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any observation, please kindly put it in the comment section. Thank you. See you next time.